What's happening, guys? Welcome back. Episode 14 of the walkthrough, picking up here in Redmane Castle. So if you're just tuning in, we jumped to Redmane Castle early because we were going to do Varres quest offline to get access to Mogwin's Palace early to get some really cool spells and a lot of runes, and most importantly, our Somber 10. So most guides I've seen or walkthroughs always show Varres quest online. I think that's pretty straightforward and everyone knows how to do that. Now, knowing how to do this quest offline was actually very obscure, to actually find it out. It's really tricky, and I don't, I don't ever see it covered. So I wanted to cover it for people because if you don't have PlayStation Plus, if you're not paying for a monthly subscription, you cannot play this game online. So to help everybody out, we're, going to show that offline. But to do that, we need to clear Redmane Castle, because if we don't, we might trigger the Radon Festival. And once again, I don't think it's a big deal. It just means you have to kill Radon before you can do the castle. But since I know so many people care about it, we're gonna do it. So we're not worrying about triggers or speeding up quest lines or anything like that. So at this time, I'm gonna go in here pairing. You guys go here however you want. We have a Leon 9 Misbegotten, and we have a Crucible Knight. But if you could put him down first, it's not so bad. You will have a minute to do so. And obviously you have your summons and stuff like that. Your summons actually help out a lot with this fight. Oh, he's already coming. But usually by the time you get this critical, you can put him down. There you go. And here's Mr. Crucible Knight. So I said, you got the time. Damn. I've always said this, I feel like he's protected from blood loss, so keep that in mind. I could be wrong. I think it's his armor or something like that. As you see, with these criticals, it's going to take quite a bit to take his ass down. And we have a +5 weapon. Like, that's absurd to me. If we're only doing this much damage, And this is the way I deal with it. You might have your own. Now, he's gonna hit us for doing that. But, sometimes you gotta get hit to get a heal in. So that parry right there on his back swipe, that's really late, just so you guys know. Damn, bro. Fuck. Alright, here's halfway. That's your best window to heal, honestly. Yeah, he's a pain in the ass, this one. There it is. And we're getting him. It's a slow thing with this guy, and we are out of heals. It really is. It's a very slow thing with this guy. No, we have no more heals. Damn it. I didn't have the heal in there anymore. It's okay. We're probably not going to kill him this time. He's about to kill us. It'll be close, though, for sure. Yep. Not bad for a first run. Damage is not what I expected it to be, doing all criticals. Blood loss, blood flame. Like, I don't know what they're weak to besides just raw damage. You know what I mean? Besides raw ass damage, I just don't know. Like I said, do keep in mind, you do have your summons too, which probably wouldn't be the worst idea. I don't expect these guys to last long, but... And this thing is over. At least, the first part of it. Just got buff on up. This gets more damage on charge. No, we're dead. No, we're not. They are. Alright, let's keep working this guy down. This sucks that I get more damage in. That one right there, that parry, that timing. And if you're, you struggle with parries, remember, buckler shield, guys. But if you struggle with that drag attack, that's just something you have to feel over time. We're putting them down. It's just such a, slow process here. Yeah, the buckler shield is going to help with timing, and it will help with this fight. I firmly believe that parry's just the best way to deal with this guy. But man, he's just immune to every type of damage where I can tell it. He really is. But you see, just kind of like a system to it. With that system, it's not so bad. And if you cleared the castle, but you can't beat this guy right now, and we do happen to trigger the Radon Festival, which there's a good chance we won't, so keep that in mind too. But if we do, you'll just have to kill Radon first, and with that, when you come here, all you do is kill Radon, then you just have this one boss fight. You know what I mean? You're not going to have to clear the castle again, so that's done at least, right? So we're going to go ahead and level up our dex. Yeah, we're at fucking 15. Yeah, so get dex to 20, then we'll get arcane 20. Now, after you got that done, let's talk about our new find. This is fucking phenomenal, guys. Ruin's Greatsword. 50 strength requirement, 16 int. So I still consider this, strength weapon, guys. 16 int, that's not much. You know what I'm saying? That's not much. So that's like the same strength requirement we need for early game weapons. And we're not doing strength. In fact, we want 18 for strength to use what we're using right now. So this is very much a strength weapon with just a little bit of an intelligence requirement for the magic damage. So you're getting physical, you're getting magic. And this is a crazy fucking weapon, y'all. One of the best strength weapons in the game. I'd put it in top 3, Doesn't seem to have much reach, but it just packs a wallop. You're breaking poise like crazy with this thing. Charge attack does magic damage and doesn't cost any mana. Look at this. Get the gravity magic explosion. Isn't that dope? Boom. Wow. You get some magic on that too. The Ash of War sends like a wall of those gravity magic rocks. We don't meet the requirements, but it sends a wall of that same rock from your heavy. It's much bigger and much longer, It's a phenomenal weapon. This you do need for platinum. That's the other thing. If you look at it and want to read about it, one of the legendary ornaments. So you do need that for your platinum trophy. Now, with that out of the way, you can come on up here. And if you go on over here to the right, you'll actually be able to also pick up another Somber 5 early on. Then we'll get another one in Volcano Manor. We'll get another one in Raya Lucaria. We will get one here. There's another one in Kayla Tunnel. There's another one underground. So we're going to have quite a few if you guys want to check out a few weapons. Now, the Somber 6s through 10s, those are the ones I would be very careful about using. When we get into the underground, we'll get a bunch of them. But until then, you're kind of be stuck with what you got. And we're actually going to get a Somber 6 this episode. When we do Varres Quest offline, we get a phenomenal strength weapon with blood loss, and it heals you on every hit. Just little bits of health. It's like little tiny bit of health on every hit, though. And causes blood loss, and is a stagger breaking son of a bitch. It's one of my favorite basic weapons in the game. So again, get Jern's dialogue. He's just telling you pretty much, if you want to take part of the Radon Festival, you're invited to, help put Radon down. He has lost his mind. He was an honorable man, so they want to give him an honorable death, a warrior's death. So, they invite all these warriors here to help, take Radon out to honor his memory. But you have to wait for the stars to align. and that means, you know, actually triggering the Radon Festival. So with that, we can jump back over here to Folly on the Lake. We're not worried about, you know, triggering the Radon Festival because we have taken out Castle Redbane. And all that happens when you trigger that festival is that, you know, you're going to be locked out of the castle temporarily until Radon's dead. Then the castle goes back to normal and you're good to go. So like I said, it's not a big deal anyways. If you've already went to Altus before you found this walkthrough or whatever it is, don't worry about it. You know, it doesn't mean anything besides you got to kill the boss first. A lot of people like just freak out about it, and it literally doesn't matter at all. Like it matters not at all. You know, not even a little bit. Everything's fine. It's not going to stop you from getting a single trophy. Not going to stop you from getting your platinum. Not going to do anything. At most, you might miss that little bit of dialogue with Jaren, and that's it. So after we take those guys out, we could actually come up here, get a cookbook, and take out one of Moog's guys. This is like one of Moog's soldiers, so to speak. And they do a lot of blood loss. He can like summon up blood loss puddle, sitting in it makes you fat roll, and slowly builds up blood loss. So do keep that in mind. If you like that rapier he was using, we're about to go to the ruins to get that when we do Varres quest. So that's pretty cool too. So Varre will not be here if you did not go to the Round Table Hold and talk to Enya and turn in a boss remembrance. That's kind of the trigger that brings him here.
Ah, you claim what?
Tell him the two fingers didn't seem right. He's asking about them since you recently met him.
Even that's the... Oh,
So Festering Bloody Finger, this is a online invasion item. What he wants you to do for his quest, even if you don't like doing invasions. I don't like doing invasions, it's part of the quest. You don't have to actually even do invasions. All you have to do is enter an invasion 3 times. You can exit out immediately with the Finger Severer. So this is the online way. Everybody knows it, but for those that, you know, might be new to the game and they're here for help, I'm going to show you what you want to do. So you're going to put on the item he gave you, and then you're also going to put on Finger Severer. Now, doing this, a lot of times this game has bad connections, you know, and it takes forever. So if you don't immediately get into an invasion, if it says attempting, what you want to do is cancel. And try to use it again. And you want to do it until it says invading. So as I said, we are going to show off both ways. It should say invading immediately. Sometimes you can sit there and let it load and it'll work, but I mean, how long are you going to have to wait? That's kind of the thing. Like I said, you have to do 3 invasions. Offline, you only have to do 1. This is the other thing, man. I just really don't care for doing this online. I don't never do it online. For one, doing it offline gets you a Somber 6 and a new weapon. So. Yeah, it's very inconvenient. And then the fact you gotta do this 3 times. But like I said, you don't have to actually invade and win. You don't even have to fight. You just have to just trigger 3 invasions. So I know there's a lot of people like, damn, I don't care for invasions. Yeah, I don't either. I've never invaded. That's just not a thing I do on this game. I just like the game itself. I do notice I have better luck with near and far. Now, it might even send us to the DLC. That'd be wild. It has done it before. There you go. Invading another world. Like I said, it should just pop right up. That's how you know you have a solid connection and send you right on over. And as soon as you get there, if you do not want to do invasions, you have a lot of runes, you don't want to lose them. If you don't care for invasions, just use the Finger Severer, and that ends the invasion and pulls you out of that world. Immediately. Alright, so Limgrave Tunnels, that put us back at the start. So if you see a little gold sign, that's how you find the character, you know what I mean? Now, sometimes you can kind of just wait and they'll just get killed by something else and then you get the credit for the kill. I mean, but if you don't care to do them, just exit on out. Now, we're not going to do them all 3 times because if I do that, I can't do it offline. So, I mean, I probably could, but I don't know for sure. So, why fuck with it, right? Alright, so that's the online way, what you do. And the other steps of the quest are going to be the same with the dye the cloth and get initiated and all that shit. So, that's how you do it online. You just do that 3 times in a row. and then we'll get to the rest of it after I show the offline way. So now that we're showed that, we've talked to Raya, we got the invitation, go to the Grand Lift of Dectus. If you're doing a strength build, if you do take Raya's hand and go over to the Volcano Manor, right up the stairs when you get teleported there, if you go all the way up the stairs, on the inside, there's an evasion up top to get you a colossal weapon with 70 blood loss. It's actually really cool. It's like if you ever played Bloodborne, it's like that grinding wheel from Bloodborne. Really cool. So the cutscenes, obviously, you just taking the lift up. And Raya should be right over here to our left if we've done our job right. And there she is. So if she can take you to the Volcano Manor, we're not going to talk to her now. She's just going to stay here until we're ready for her, pretty much. So this is Altus Plateau. Really, really cool area, especially first time here. One of my more favorite areas of the game, my first playthrough. It's just really cool, really fall looking, if you know what I mean. It's really beautiful, beautifully done. I really enjoyed it a lot, just exploring this area. And right up there's the capital. As soon as you kill your next demigod, you can actually go to the capital right now. It's not going to fuck up anything. It might fuck up some side quests, you know. So we don't want to do that. I'd love to go to the capital, take out Morgott and get our weapon for this build. I would, but you know, it could fuck up a quest. Although they're not related to trophies, we want to try to do all of our quests. You know what I mean? So resting in Altus triggers the Redon Festival. Redon. I don't know, I keep saying Redon. The Redon Festival, so we don't want that. So what we're doing, while we're right here, it's not going to hurt to go grab some gold seeds and a map. It's right here. This is, you know, stuff that's going to help us out. And I do want to grab the map because me trying to teach you guys how to navigate to where we're going is going to be a bit tricky if you don't actually... if you're not able to see where we're going. There's some golden seeds right there. There's our map. And what we're doing, we're going to go back here. So we're going to this little valley right here. That's where we're going. So there was a lift. We come out this little valley right down here. And we're just taking this straight back until we see an air current. And it's going to throw us up right around, I think, here. And there's a ruin. In that ruin is a summon sign to do an invasion. An offline invasion. And by doing that, we can, you know, it replaces the 3 online invasions, but it also gets you the, not the Morning Star, the Great Stars, which is really cool. It's a really cool strength weapon with blood loss, and it heals you, right? So, I mean, hell, I'd almost want to put in a couple 4 points in his strength so we could use it. Drop on down here. Don't worry about this stuff. There's one talisman and a colossal sword, just a regular physical build colossal sword here. We could start bringing up our katana to +10 and putting a blood loss affinity on that and do more with our, you know, our bleed build. Alright, so this is actually a blood loss dash support right here, so just go and grab it. And since, you know, we're actually doing a faith or arcane build, and arcane, at this moment we found one weapon for arcane. Every other class we found at least 5 or more. Some, you know, dex and strength we found way more. But since we're here, anyone doing arcane builds, we're gonna grab you guys a few things. Because you don't have any choices, and you know, we gotta make it fair for everybody. Not because I'm doing this suggested build either, because I wasn't even planning on doing this build. This is still something I had in the notes. We want to make it fair to everyone. Arcane kind of gets shit on, so because of that, we're kind of making a trip up here to get you guys more stuff, get us more stuff. Now, I probably won't use these arcane weapons. It's not really for me, but it is for people that are doing arcane builds and have noticed, you know, hey, we're not getting anything. It's all right. We're gonna get you some stuff. It's not gonna be great, in my opinion. If you like rapiers, it's gonna be great. Probably the best rapier in the game. I just don't like them. As soon as you take both those air currents up, we're going to get on over here into these ruins. Now, these ruins have blood loss dogs, and these guys can kill you in a second flat. They had some kind of glitch where they could just bite you in 3 seconds and bleed you out no matter what your health was. I hope that's been fixed. But as you see the ruins, you're going to go to the far left side. We're going to take out whatever dogs that are here. And as you see, our damage is even hanging there for Altus, which is like towards the middle of the game. Not bad, right? As I said, Altus is a little bit higher level than Caelid. So that's why you should do Lemgrave, Liurnia, Caelid, then typically you go to Altus. So it is higher level than where we are for sure, just not much. So we're going to go to this Summon Science. This guy uses a lot of bestial incantations like Beast Claw, which is going to make a lot of like rumble come up from the ground and kind of fuck you up. You want to put this guy down as fast as you can. Don't toy with him. He also has the weapon we're wanting to get. Like I said, it's a really big strength weapon with blood loss. Yeah, he can put off some damage. Oh no, we want our horse. Or we don't want our horse, we want our heals. And you see you can dodge through him. Just watch your timing. All in all, you know, we're going to get blood loss on him and help. Oh, she has still have on her shield. Look at the damage he does. There you go. Somber 6 and Great Stars, not to mention qualifications have been met for Varres quests, and that is how you are going to do that offline. So, there's your rewards, Great Stars, and Somber 6. Also, there's a wagon being pulled that drops Great Stars as well. It's like right over here somewhere. It's like trolls and a big group of guys pulling a wagon. Yeah, there they are up there. Top of that hill, I can see them from here. So if you go, you know, clear that out and pop that chest, you get another, you know, Great Star. So if you want to dual wield huge, big ass strength weapons, you can do it. I've seen it done. I think I was invaded by a guy doing that shit. I was like, fuck no. But you do need 22 strength. Now if you read about this, a bloodstained star is a ill omen, a fact not lost upon those against whom this weapon is brought to bear. Landing attacks slightly restores HP, so you're getting health. Pretty quick attacks too. I really like the moveset a lot. Bust up, stagger left to right. If we two-hand it, we meet the requirements. So I'm sure we're two-handing, but having blood loss, breaking a lot of poise, and healing you, I mean, God, it's for that simple fact that I firmly believe that's one of the best basic weapons in the game. I mean, hands down, not even close. I mean, there's some cool shit. Don't get me wrong, but it's got to be up there, you know. But from here, while we're here, let's go ahead and get us some arcane shit. Well, one arcane thing. Yeah, you see him just building up that blood loss on you, building up that blood loss. These guys actually drop crafting ingredients. So instead of just like bullshit, they actually drop, you know, shit that might be worth your time. A little more than usual. Hefty beast bone, glass shard, which is literal bullshit. Even says it on the description. They go, worthless piece of junk or something like that. Alright, so with all these guys down, so keep in mind this guy, you know, Altus is further in the game, but it's not some huge step up in difficulty. However, this boss, you know, these are just like little mini bosses, you know, but he's got more health and more damage than probably what you're used to. So only people that probably need to do this right now are arcane builds, since you guys don't have many options. So, one thing about blood loss enemies, they're really weak to blood loss. And that doesn't really make sense, but they are. They're really weak to blood loss. But, you know, all in all, it's not, you know, it's not that bad of a fight. It's the same guy we just fought, you know, at the church, so I don't really have to tell you how to beat him. I've taken him down. Come over here and get the bloody Hallis. Same weapon he's using. Really fucking cool looking weapon. Really cool looking weapon. There it is. This is going to be Dex Arcane. The more Arcane you have, the more blood loss you will get. So right here, right here. Ooh, 17 Arcane. So we don't have the Arcane yet. We ain't far off though, but... So, you know, actually goes with our build. And we can hide behind her shield and poke. So it's good about shield and poke in this game. is enemies are attacking you. There's only certain weapons that allow you to do this, but while you're doing this, you cannot be hurt. You will not take any damage, no matter what, unless they're doing magic and you're not fully protected against magic, or your stagger gets broken. But the weapon looks phenomenal. It just sucks. It's only pokes. It's only thrusts. You know, I just don't care for the movesets. But it, you know, it's got blood boss. You know, that actually scales with arcane. So as we get, you know, 2 more levels in arcane, we can upgrade this. It is a somber weapon. The higher your arcane, the more blood boss. The higher your dex, the more physical damage. So, you know, it's not the best option, guys, but it is an option, right? It is an option. I wish we could do weapons tests with it, but unfortunately we really can't. I mean, I guess we could. The Ash of War is really simple, but very effective. Look how hard that is. And it's a poise breaking motherfucker. This thing breaks poise like crazy. But keep in mind, it is blood loss, so it cannot be buffed. So it is kind of cool that you get blood loss off. Which is, you know, percentage based. You know what I mean? So it does take pretty big chunks off. And we might play around with it just because it does go with our build. Not really a weapon I care for, to be completely honest, but I'd have to keep the Great Rune active to actually get the effect from it. And there's another really cool arcane weapon we can get, but not until after we do a quest over here with Yura. But either way, let's go and jump back to Folly on the Lake. Yep, already almost 30 minutes in. Doesn't target little guys too well, does it? I'm gonna go do a weapons test. I mean, I do really like the Ash of War. Gatefront. Gatefront's always the spot everybody goes for weapons tests. It always is. Always, always, always. So I think Gatefront's a good spot because there's plenty of guys. And it's right at the start of the game. So it's a good place to test a weapon that's level 1 with no upgrades, because you wouldn't have had any upgrades by the time you were here. God, so it does this much damage for no upgrades to these guys? Yeah, it's great. It's absurd. And the Ash of War is phenomenal because L2, just quick get out of the way. Just quick get out of the way. You're not hitting me, then I jump back and fuck them. You know what I mean? It's just so powerful. It's simple. Not flashy, but very powerful. See what I'm saying? Simple. Very powerful. It's actually not a bad weapon. I just don't like rapier movesets, but I mean, it's not a bad weapon though. I mean, this is imagine, you know, any other weapon you got at this point. Other weapons you found weren't one shot and shit. Look at that voice. And two-handing it's kind of the same deal. We might fuck around with it. Alright. Let's kind of get back to Varres. So Folly on the Lake will be our best bet. And we'll probably wrap up so we can start fresh on, you know, what we're doing next. So we are going back to Rose Church. What is it, like 25,000? 23,000 level. Alright. So now we're going to get anointed, and he's going to want us to actually dye a cloth with some blood. Alright, we're done with our testing. It's okay. Not for us, though. Not for me. I don't really care for it. Alright. So for the rest of this episode, you know, this is the only thing this was about was Varres Quest, guys. That's it. Nothing, you know, nothing else. Just so they're up our ass. Then we'll run around the church so we don't have to deal with that blood guy again. So if we go over this way, talk to Vari, we'll go ahead and get anointed, but we are going to have to dye a cloth with some blood. And we're going to do that. Go ahead and get this item. Anoint me. Lord of Blood's favor.
Normally this the cloth, the blood of
Alright, so if you guys remember the Church of Inhibition, there was a dead maiden there. You could do it here, or you could do it in the Fort Belfries when it sends you over here, which we haven't done that yet. That will be next episode, so since this is the one we have, let's use it. And this is just a simple little fast travel, interact with the body, fast travel back to Folly Lake and talk to Vari. Yeah, we're good. There you go, Lord of Blood's favor. And we gotta go back, Folly in the Lake again. And same thing. So it's a bit of a, you know, a run around. But as you see, doing that one invasion did get us the same thing as doing 3. You know, it pushed us to the next step of the Varres Quest. So as I mentioned, you do not have to do it online. You do not have to have PlayStation Plus. I mean, that's the known way. That's the straightforward way, you know. There's no guessing about anything, but you know, it's not the only way. And in fact, there's way more rewards with doing it in the offline mode. You get the Armor 6, you get a new weapon. This you don't.
And with this, a knight now. This no.
Now he's gonna anoint you. You're gonna cry like a little bitch. He's pricking your finger, but it's gonna leave you with like bloodshot red eyes. You can fix this in the mirror back at the round table hold if you don't want your character to have red eyes, but you're not really gonna notice, to be honest. Not like you ever see your character's eyes. You don't, you see the back of them, you know, on top of that. You either have a helm on, so it's not a big deal. So you think it's all done, you're like, wait, where's my reward? And you talk to him again. As I told you guys, you always exhaust dialogue, because a lot of times items are hidden behind dialogue. And there you go. Pure Blood Knight's Medal. That gets you fast travel to Moog's Palace. And we're not going there yet. We're not doing that yet. But you can go whenever you want. As it's just waiting on me, that place can be a huge pain in the ass, and you want to know how to navigate it properly to just go right for the good stuff. Now, also important, when you go to the Albinerics and you get half of that medallion, Gideon's God is going to come attack you. He's considered a great enemy because he's not worth shit. He's not tough either, as you see. But he is considered a great enemy because if he didn't find the secret, then he wouldn't have came. So. Alright, that gets you his clinging bone. It's just like a fist type weapon. And over here, you'll be able to get his little skull and bone armor set. If you're very low on health, it only works if you're very low in health. It gives you some health back. I don't really think it's worth it. And the armor set I also find extremely ugly. But if you're into it, it's just not my thing. You know, nothing against it, it's just not my thing. But if you are into it, it's obviously, you know, a fair choice. And that's a fist weapon that can get you some health regain.
I didn't know we're doing much, just lay out your...
Alright, so let's go and bring this up to +6, because that's obviously not going to hurt. And since this is the seal we're going to be going with, might as well go and bring that up to +5. We'll get more 5s anyways. That's going to, you know, make our scaling go up. And already, just with, where are we at? Well, it says 20 arcade now, but it's scaling 152. We started at like 60. That's more than double, almost 3 times as much. And we're already getting A scaling. A scaling. It's second best scaling you can get. You know, only thing better is S, which we will get to. So really, really, really cool, you know. Now with all that done, let's jump back to Folly in the Lake. Before we close on out, Well, there's a few things I actually want to do. We're going to go over here first and get a side of grace just for next episode to put us on the bottom of the map on the west end. So we can do exactly what we did on the other side, guys. We're going to start at the bottom and just work our way all the way up to Carry a Manor. In terms of progression, we have this west end, which does not take long. Then we'll get on up to Carry a Manor. So that'll be the following episode. Then we're doing the top of the lake, and that's it. You know, 3 more episodes before the Legacy Dungeon. Probably 5, 6 total left. That sounds like a lot, but you know, we got this end of the map. We got Carry a Manor. I still have the Ravine and Veiled Village. The Legacy Dungeon will take 2 episodes with our run around for our Somber Stones and Volcano Manor. And then after that, just kind of touching base on a few things, and you know, because we're getting other quests, you know, wrapped up after that, and then obviously the underground. So, but we're getting there for sure. We've only been here for this is our 3rd episode, so 4th. But this episode's all about side quests, so you know we weren't actually progressing anything here. But now we will have this for next episode. So we'll have a spot, and we are going to jump back over to Falling Lake one more time because there's that lobster. If you guys remember, that lobster I mentioned turns into a grafted scion, and that gives us a larval tier. So we want to get that. I think it's like right around here. I'll leave it on the map longer, but it's like right over by one of these huts. It should be right above us from Falling in the Lake, going northeast. So lobsters are a hell of a fight. Grafted scions are a hell of a fight. Fighting a guy that turns into both, it's not exactly going to be easy. And what we're looking for is a lobster that's kind of off by itself. So I think it's up past the little gazebo. And there he is. My marker is about 15 foot off. So let's go ahead and try to put this guy down. Notice it said try. These things are really mean. If you want more stagger, probably, yep, there it is. And you're going to go underneath, get the critical. Heal immediately and get ready for a fight. There you go. You get your larval tier. I don't really think there's anything else with any consequences. Just gonna remove that. Back behind here near the Albinaurics. We're gonna show this off real quick. Because you know this does go at the bottom you know, of the lake. Kind of what we were doing last episode, so let's try and finish this off. But back over here, there are like some crystallines hidden over here somewhere. I do believe killing them gets you like a somber 2. Last time, and like when I was going through taking notes, I tried it. I didn't get a somber 2. You used to. I actually didn't get anything at all. It's like back behind this cliff somewhere. Make sure we didn't get turned around. Yeah, it's like right over here somewhere. There's the Albinaurics. When you get up to Albinaurics, go left. I do believe it's like back over in this corner. As you go down, stay kind of looking on your right side. No, because that's we passed it. It might be over towards here actually. It's not a big deal. It's nothing at all. It's virtually nothing. If you do go from the converted tower though, you can kind of backpedal going this way. You know, lead right into it. I mean, it just looks like there's more going on here, but I've never really, you know, caught on to anything going on with it. There might be like a consumable or something, you know. That's our AR right now. $3.99. Not bad. There's our bridge. Now we're back at the Albinaurics. Yeah, I don't know. It's somewhere around here. There's like a little little cliff you end up passing by, and back behind there's some crystallines, and it looks like something's going on with them. Like I said, I never found anything with it. You used to get a somber 2 for taking them all out. As I said, I went through taking notes for the walkthrough, and nothing happened. So we're gonna try to find it real quick, try to check it out, just so I'm being thorough and doing everything. But like I said, it's not really worth your time. We just had a few minutes on the episode, and then we went back to the clip again. So yeah, we're not worried about it. It's nothing. I think it's like, and that's back at the camp, isn't it? Let's check. Yeah, so it's down in the water somewhere, guys. It's like back in here, but we missed it somewhere. You like sneak on past a rock, and then it's like a little open area. But as I mentioned, it's not a big deal. There's nothing really there. But if you just want to be thorough and check it all out, there you go. I'm telling you, there's something going on over there. Either way, guys, we are going to go wrap up. But that's going to take out this one little boss right here. Well, and 2, this converted tower is broken. The converted tower, it's another puzzle tower, but this one's broken. You need a gesture and a certain mask we don't have yet, and that's why we didn't do the tower over here. And we have to wait until after the Legacy Dungeon when we get the helm and then the gesture we need from Thops. But this one, I don't know if this is a design flaw. However, you could just kind of run up the wall and jump in the top. So I honestly don't think it was intentional, because if you come here with the mask and the gesture, it lets you in. So I think that's the right way. But you can kind of just jump on over to the top, guys. Go all the way up and pop this chest for another memory stone, giving you yet another spell slot. So I do believe we're up to like 5 at this point. I could be wrong, but you start with 2, and we got 2 more. That's 4 than this one. So yeah, because the one Weeping Peninsula, then we got the one Caelid, and now we got the one here, and there's even one more here. Because the other tower on the east end is actually going to give you some spells. And I said that prior to, I told you guys that most of them give you memory stones, but there's a rare few in the game that actually give you spells, and that happens to be one of them. We got the Urge Avatar again, same fight as always, right? Just wait for his attacks and you get yours in. He's a tree type enemy, so charge attacks are better, but as you see, that's what happens when you get greedy. Don't worry about the little guy, he'll probably take him out for you, honestly. And there you go. This guy does drop a good deck spear, though, if you can get him to, actually drop it. Now we got him out the way, and, we're all ready and set for next episode. So that is the Cerulean Crystal tier, which is going to give you half of your mana. And then the Ruptured Crystal tier causes you to drink the potion and actually blow up. So like if you're fighting the Cemetery Shade and he runs up on you, you drink that, you blow you both to hell. You live, most likely. He's going to die. I mean, you can put, like, if you use it while you're at full health with Opaline Bubbles here, you'll probably be okay. And then, you're going to go over and take out, the boss for the most part, if it's, weak enough. Like those bosses, the Cemetery Shades, they don't have much health. They just do a lot of damage. So, like 1,000 short before we close on out. Let's go and grab that. So we can just use a couple ones. Like we'll use these 6 ones up. Alright, actually up to true 17. Alright guys, we are going to wrap up here. As far as progression goes, next episode we're going to start at the converted tower. We've already done the tower, we've already done this. There's like a catacomb and an Everett jail, and then, we got the 4 belfries, we got a camp, we got a cart, then the ruins, and then we're up to Carrion Manor. So, Probably won't be the longest episode. I don't want to get started on Carrier Manor, but if we could fit in something else that makes sense, we will do that. But, as far as, like, all together, we got this right here we're going to do, up to Carrier Manor. Then we're going to spend an episode doing that. Then we'll have the bottom of this. We'll do all of this in one episode leading up and the tunnel. All of it. It's going to take the entirety of the episode. So that's 3. And then we're in our Legacy Dungeon, 3 episodes. So we're doing really well. Not even episode 15 and already moving up towards our second Legacy Dungeon and our second, Remembrance boss. So you guys stay tuned and we'll see you back here next episode to continue with the western edge of the Earnia.